YouTube, it is I, Sekarma, coming at you with a quick battle from Total Brohammer here. I am heading the Empire with a General of the Empire. I know, insanity. This is pure madness on my part. And I'm against Zardas, or Exardas, or however else you're meant to pronounce X's at the beginning of words. And he's headed the Greenskins. So let's go quickly over what we brought. So I brought like a funky build. I wanted to bring, I guess, kind of like a flavorful build. And I figured this like a Guns of Nuln type thing. So like, you know, my idea is like this attachment from Nuln with a nameless general trying to make his mark. And yeah, so I just brought a lot of Free Company Militia, pardon me, chevroned up. I brought 4 of them, and then I brought the Sterling's Revenge, I guess, so they're not from Nuln. They're from Sterling, but these guys are on loan, and the rest are from Nuln. And then I brought a Witch Hunter, a Life Wizard, a couple of Outriders, I think 3, I want to say, 2 or 3, and then, yeah, 2 or 3 Pistoliers. And the idea behind this build is I wanted everything to have, oh, and of course, a steam tank. The idea being that I wanted everything to be able to shoot, with the exception of a general, because there is no mechanized general. Sorry, no general with gunpowder. Access to gunpowder. There should be, though. That'd be cool if there was like an Emperor Lord that had like a gun or something. That'd be pretty badass. That'd be a cool DLC. I'd pay money for that. But anyways, then you also have the Jade Wizard over here, who, of course, doesn't have a gun, but he does have, oh, yeah, I lied. He does have some guns. Look at those pipes, man. Look at those triceps. My God. Yeah, so no, he is locked and loaded, homie. Let's see if the General of the Empire is equally so. So maybe I lied. Maybe everyone does have guns. Alright, well, it's harder to tell with him because he's not showing them off, and he's got those puffy little things on. But he does have a cape, so that, you know, that's pretty fire. Anyways, my opponent over here has some Durkin Squids, Night Goblin Warboss, Night Goblin Squighoppers, Goblin Archers, 3 of them. No Rusty Arrows, surprisingly. Some Night Goblins, some Goblins, Night Goblins. He's got the Hammer of Gork. He's got a Spider. He has Night Goblin Shaman. He's got the Doomdiver Calibolt. He's got a couple of nasty Skulkers over here. And over here's got some Goblin Bullfighter Archers. So an interesting build on my opponent's part. But yeah, I just wanted to see how well this mechanized army would do. He gets a nice little laser beam in here. I think that's called something. It was almost no damage. It must have missed. Must have really killed that. It killed that horse real good. It killed that horse real good. But yeah, these guys are getting fucked by the artillery. But I was like, alright, fine, they're just Pistoliers, that's okay. Over here, he's been trying to charge me, but we've been able to get a lot of damage done. These guys are fast, but they're not nearly fast enough to deal with 3 units of Outriders and 1 unit of Outriders and 2 units of Pistoliers. So we're able to do a lot of damage on his cav, which is huge, because they have pretty weak, I want to say, yeah, 25 armor, so almost nothing. Over here, I have the cannon shooting into who knows what, I think into this blob, which is a pretty accurate cannon. And the idea was that I was hoping he would come to me because of the steam tank, because there's nothing they can do to outrange a steam tank. Greenskins don't have really good anti-large artillery. But no, my opponent's content to sit in the woods. He is trying to chase off some of these guys, these Outriders, but I bring them into the help of these Free Company Militia, who are going to be able to shoot them down. And I'm like, alright, time to move up. The idea behind this build was that if he had brought really wide, I would just spread to the 4 corners and try to shoot them as much as I could, and run them over the steam tank and hit them with bullets. It was really meant to be a kitey build, which isn't the nicest thing to do, but again, I was trying to be flavorful, so I gave myself a little bit of a pass. Oh, this is cool. I guess they built this right here in the woods, a little crooked moon. So funky. Yeah, but he is content to sit in the woods and just fire away at me. And I'm like, alright, time to charge. So I start moving all my units in. The Outriders do outrange these guys, so I am trying to, you know, be clever in how I use them. But of course, they can fire while moving. They can fire while moving too, but they're facing forward. So you know, it's a tough little fight here. But I am bringing these Free Company Militia rather to try and help out and get some shots in. But unfortunately, the angle didn't really help us. We have moved this one into the woods here to try and do some flanking action. And now that I have them in range, I'm going to start laying into them with the Pistoliers and the Outriders. Again, Outriders have way more range than Pistoliers, but ooh, tons of damage right there. And if I'm able to get rid of these guys, I will pretty much have free reign with my moving shooters. I don't know what spell this is, so I move them away. It's a Curse of the Bad Moon. Not the best use of that, only because there's not really, you know, nothing's really clumped up there. Although he does force me back into it, almost. I do land the General of the Empire here, but it was a ruse, as you will see, as I cast a Dwellers Below, which is going to slow everything down, help him get away, and do a ton of damage to all these units. You can just see so much damage being done, and they all just start to flee and rout. And then, of course, I cast a regrowth on him or something along those lines. Or I thought I did, because I saw his health go up for a bit. But yeah, he is able to pin him down, but he loses all his archers and his cav in one go. So that was a pretty hit. And the idea behind Dwellers Below is I also use it in conjunction with the Steam Tank. You know, they gathered up around him, and I could cast Dwellers Below, and then also Regrowth. At this point, he's lost all his cav. I'm willing to chase them off with these Pestiliers. That's huge. He does have some nasty Skulkers, but it's not going to be the greatest thing for him. His Knockout War Boss is going to get, you know, take so many bullets to the face as he's trying to chase around my faster cav. Over here, we are in range now. We're going to start firing into them. They have Silver Shield, so not the best target for us, but hey, we'll take it. This guy is 360 no-scoping. He is accusing. He is doing as much damage as he can to this Ragnarok Spider. I should have changed this guy to fire on him, but I pretty much forgot all about the tank as the game was going on. But we do get a nice quick volley in from the Stone's Revenge, who do tons of armor-piercing damage, and just, oh, so much good damage there. He is killing my Witch Hunter, but I don't mind, because they're taking so much damage on that guy. I can always heal him, but he is bringing in these goblins to heal. Over here, he's going to lose his Night Goblin War Boss, because he's caught out, and I have the General of the Empire, and I pop the Rune Fang. Of course, General of the Empire is probably one of the worst lords in the game. I mean, not because he's so bad, just because like Boris costs virtually the same and it's just better in every way. And of course, Call of France has better goodies and stuff. They fill no purpose. I guess Dwarf Lords don't really, I guess, because they're cheaper, but these guys aren't significantly cheaper. So yeah, the General Empires are pretty terrible. I bring the J Wizard down in here. I don't know why I did that. I probably just to pin them down. And then I got a nice hit with General of the Empire. Cast another Curse of the Bad Moon. Not, again, greatest move. They do start to rout. Over here, we got the Spider chasing down the Witch Hunter, which is, you know, well, he's going to die. But I'm like, alright, and he actually shatters. That's very heretical. But this guy's going to come right into him. Actually does some decent damage on the charge. But of course, he has terrible, terrible combat stats, so I'm just going to run away and try and poop steam on him and see if that'll work. But the idea here is I'm trying to catch them all up, and as they're stopped, these guys can just start leveling this Ragnarok Spider. My opponent should have just kept force pathing and killed these guys. I think he will in a little bit. But yeah, because they are the much bigger threat. This guy is obviously going to tear out these guys. They are charging the flank as well. But he is trying to get rid of the Steam Tank, which is, you know, again, he's unbreakable. He's going to die long before he can kill the Steam Tank while he's getting shot. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Then I bring the rest of my units over here to finish off the Ragnarok Queen, and that's going to be all she wrote. Or sorry, the Ragnarok Uncrowned one. She does break, and that's going to be all. Over here, you know, these Night Goblins are chasing awesome guys, but whatever. No big deal. So yeah, the mechanized army worked. Again, not a you know, super competitive game, but GG to my opponent Zardos. Not a competitive list at all, because General Empire sucks. Witch Hunters are pretty good. Life Wizard's pretty good. Steam Tank against Greenskins is really the one faction it can be useful against. Only because its cannon can be devastating to Cav or to Black Orcs. And then, of course, it causes fear, and, of course, it's unbreakable, and it has tons of health, and it can be healed. So you have a lot of different uses for it. Still not the most competitive, only because it's so fucking expensive. It's nearly prohibitive. I mean, at 2,200, you get something that's way worse than a Necrosphinx. A Necrosphinx is just so much more damage. You can do so many more different things. Yeah, it doesn't have a cannon. Who cares? But you even compare it to a let's actually go into that. These guys did it all pretty well, but anyways, wasn't the greatest showcase for them. But it was, you know, fun experimental build. Feel free to try it out, you know, yourselves and see if it works online. But let's go to custom battle. Let's compare a Necrosphinx to a Steam Tank to show you just how silly a Steam Tank is. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. And to say it's not the worst unit in the game. I think Hippogriff Knights are far worse. But where are they? Oh, we gotta go follow. We gotta go Exiles in the heck, of course, with your boy GHK. Pardon me. So let's just look at what you get with a Necrosphinx, which is cheaper, and of course, I mean, even the Sphinx of Uxept compared to a Steam Tank. So you get far more health, 1,700 more health, 50 more armor. Oh my god. Yeah, so you get way more health, 50 less armor rather. Sorry. Obviously they're unbreakable, but the other ones are also unbreakable. They just crumble, so it's, you know, a wash. 20 more speed, which is, you know, massive. Basically makes it a cavalry unit versus a fast infantry unit. Like, this is like a Forsaken speed. That's a cav speed. Way higher melee attack, much higher melee defense. Look at that melee defense difference. It's insane. Obviously only 180 weapon strength with no bonuses. These guys have bonus versus large. Charge bonus is quite high. 80 charge bonus is quite high. Really the thing that it gives it the bonus is the cannon. But yeah, the cannon's not great, and you're not going to be able to use it the whole game. So, although the cannon actually, it is quite good, but yeah, I mean, the cannon isn't going to make this thing worth it. And then let's compare it, of course, to the Lizardmen when they have their own little lizard that can have a cannon on it. Where is it? Let's see this bad boy. Is it him? No, it's him. So he's 1700 versus, and what does he give you that the steam tank doesn't? So he's not unbreakable, but he does have way more health. Obviously can be healed, so can the steam tank though. We're a little bit faster, much higher melee defense. Well, not much higher, much higher melee defense. Sorry, much higher melee defense rather. I was right there. A little bit higher, a little bit less melee attack. Funny enough, but of course he has that bonus versus infantry, so his melee attack's actually gonna be much higher at 45 against infantry, which is pretty good. A little bit weaker charge bonus, but not by much. Okay, way less ammo, but you're probably not going to use all 40 of your shots in a steam tank. I've never used all 40 shots in a steam tank. He actually has a little bit less range, but he does do poison. So yeah, I mean, pretty much a wash, and he's far cheaper. And of course, you can get this guy with a wizard on him. Let's see, you can give this guy with a wizard, and you can put him on that. And then now you have, let's say what you'd actually, this is a pretty common, yeah, so this, for the same price of a steam tank, you get all that, you get artillery, you get magic, you get all this crazy stuff, and more health and all that, and yeah, I don't know, steam tanks just kind of balls. But anyways, that'll be it for the mechanized empire. Hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you around the bend.